there's something that I've been seeing from the Democratic establishment that should be hiding their fucking face right now. They should be all meeting at Denny's, talking about the good old days, and retiring. I'm talking to you, Chuck Schumer. But interview after interview, tweet after tweet, it's like they are kicking and screaming, holding on for dear life. They don't care that they are the reason we have Trump as the president. They don't care. They just want to keep their power, and they don't want the checks to stop from Wall Street, from big oil, none of that. So let me give you a few examples. Cory Booker, that brave soul who went and helped old ladies during snowstorms in Newark when he was mayor. I reported, and he has gotten the most donations from Wall Street among any politician over the last decade, including when Hillary Clinton was senator. Most money from Wall Street. So he goes on Meet the Press on Sunday, and Chuck Todd, asks him the standard, what happened? What are you going to do? And he basically says, just sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but now the country needs to come together. Get the hell out of here with those talking points. I watched Cory Booker stand up at the DNC, quote Maya Angelou, extolling the virtues of Hillary Clinton. Okay? People like Cory Booker are pretty much Hillary Clinton as a male African-American version. Okay? Cory Booker is exactly what's wrong with the Democratic Party. He's a neoliberal pretending to be a man of the people. He talks about going after Wall Street and all these special interests, and then goes and has cocktails and takes their checks the same evening. So people like Cory Booker, they haven't learned anything for this election. More importantly, they don't want to learn anything for this election. Then you got Chuck Schumer, who made the gesture to support Congressman Keith Ellison as DNC chair. That's as far as Chuck Schumer is going to go. So Chuck Schumer, his office yesterday was actually, I guess, occupied by some Occupy Wall Street type people. And they were hollering and screaming, non-violently, at his love affair with Wall Street. Chuck Schumer, if Cory Booker is like the Coke of corruption and Wall Street, Chuck Schumer is like Diet Coke. He's like the next thing. Chuck Schumer has taken more money from Wall Street. Can't even begin. It would take me forever. So Chuck Schumer, after this protest, says, "Oh, they could have stayed." Yeah? Well, why did you allow many of them to get arrested at your office? If you said, "Oh, they could stay. We could talk. Let's talk it out." No. Many of these protesters got arrested at his office. And by the way, Chuck Schumer, I learned a lot of information this summer. A lot of it was off the record, but let's just say Chuck Schumer was involved himself on Bernie Sanders going or not going to certain states to campaign for certain individuals or not. To campaign or not campaign for certain individuals. Because at the time, Chuck Schumer, it was believed that the Democrats had a really good chance of retaking the Senate. Chuck Schumer would then be the Senate majority leader, and he would control who is the chairman of the committees in the Senate. So Chuck Schumer basically said to Bernie Sanders, "I will break your kneecaps if you go and campaign for certain people." And it was more than one person, by the way. So Chuck Schumer he's not even a neoliberal. He is a Republican. He's a Republican. That's just the bottom line. I can't name one good thing Chuck Schumer has done. He probably got money for 9/11 victims, so obviously we give credit for that. Other than that, he's never seen a tax cut he doesn't like, never seen a war he doesn't like, he's never seen a deregulation he doesn't like. So you got Cory Booker out there, Mr. Quote Maya Angelou. Oh, we need to come together. Nothing critical. And now we have Nancy Pelosi, good old Nancy, who, by the way, back in my days of being naive, I used to love Nancy Pelosi. I bet you Emma, sitting right next to me, used to have pictures above her bed of Nancy Pelosi. We were conned, just like the rest of them. By the way, I forgot to show you.
Don't
Emma,
loop me
Emma's right there, listening to me rant.
Don't loop me into the Nancy Pelosi hate. I never was on board with
All
Nancy
right.
Pelosi.
I don't know about that.
You were the naive one this time.
Right. Well, I was the naive. Now, let me tell you something. Pelosi now wants to run again to be the House Minority Leader. Because good old Nancy, she deserves it, right? She's done so much. You know what? Credit to you, Nancy Pelosi. You were the first female Speaker of the House. A lot of love for you there. But your time is done. Get out of here. We don't want you as the House Minority Leader. You're another one who talks a good game and takes gobbles of money. I never watched Star Wars, but the bottom line is the progressive empire is striking back. We're not asking, we're telling you, get out of here. We listened to you. Well, we didn't listen, but you told the country she's the better candidate. She's the better candidate. She's got the most experience. She'll be better. More black people will come out. More Latinos will come out. Hillary Clinton got decimated. Okay? Because in terms of our electoral system, she won the popular vote. But in the Electoral College, she got crushed. And she got crushed for a very clear reason. Because the Democratic Party, led by Hillary Clinton, sold out the working class. Which Emma and I showed you as part of our Disappearing Middle Class tour. It's not just the Democratic Party. The Republican Party never sold out the working class because there was nothing to sell out. They never were for the working class. So the Republican Party has always been terrible. But the bottom line is, I don't want to hear from Cory Booker anymore. I don't want to hear from Chuck Schumer. I don't want to hear from Nancy Pelosi. I want to hear from Keith Ellison, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Sherrod Brown. Okay? These are the people that should have the microphone now. Out with the old, in with the new. And you know what? You're going to need, excuse my French, balls to the wall progressives because you have a quasi-fascist in the White House. All these people talking the good game, well, let's give him an open mind. Let's have an open mind. Let's see what Trump does. No. You don't start having tea and cake. That's the mentality that got us here. You got to fight from before Trump gets into office. You cannot give Republicans I forgot Tulsi Gabbard. You can't give Trump the mindset that, we'll lay down for you the first couple of months to give up the appearance of civility and bipartisanship. No. This man has talked about banning Muslims from coming to the United States. He's talked about deporting 11 million people. On 60 Minutes Sunday, he very emotionally, without emotion, when asked, what are you going to do about abortion? You're going to try to get Supreme Court justices to overturn Roe versus Wade? He said, no, we're just going to bring it back to the states. Leslie Stahl said, oh, well, that means some women aren't going to be able to get abortions in their states. Trump says, well, they'll have to go to another state then. This is a man without empathy and without regard for actual people, including women. Most women who need abortions don't always have the luxury to go out of state for them or to even afford them. So this is a dangerous man, and you cannot start from the posture, well, we're going to work with him. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. What kind of, how many half and halves do you like in your milk, in your coffee, President Trump? It's absurd. The whole thing's absurd. But I would stick with the Young Turks because let me tell you something. As I've had little time during the campaign, but I just watched the Young Turks last week. I mean, I'm getting fired up from Cenk. I know some of you have been a little bothered during the campaign with how much they covered Trump. I've already told you what I think about that. But, Cenk is coming for their heads on a platter, like Game of Thrones style. Like, he's not even hiding. He's coming straight for them. And I'm coming straight for them. This is not the time. Let bygones be bygones. Let's have tea and cake. No. Chuck Schumer, Cory Booker, Nancy Pelosi, Steny Hoyer, all of the establishment. Go back to your fundraisers. Be quiet. The adults are taking over. The people who actually represent the people, they're taking over. You go take your donations. You're going to get primaried next time. That's my mini rant. I got to go back to the main camp to interview some other water protectors. I will try to go live as much as I can from here. I'm not positive how long I'll be here this time. Probably another day or two. We'll see. But please go to youtube.com/TYT Politics. Watch the videos, share the videos. They're on my Facebook as well. They're on TYT Politics Facebook. We want these videos watched. We want these videos shared because This thing in Standing Rock is not just about water. It's not just an environmental issue. This is ground zero for greed versus humanity. Okay? This is ground zero. It's all connected, folks. The banks owning the politicians, the oil companies owning the politicians, it's all connected. So Standing Rock is just the latest, but it's the current ground zero. Because if you let an oil company drill through people's Native Americans' land and through their water, it's carte blanche from there. They can do whatever the hell they want. They could already do whatever they want. Thanks for watching.